Yeah. So, Adam, Harley Quinn TV show has been announced. An animated show.
I'm already not interested.
Okay. Well,
who's doing the animation? Is it like the Batman the Animated Series crew or
no? Here's the thing. I am not really sure who it is being developed by. It's being developed for DC's digital streaming service.
So something that I'm not going to use.
Most likely, yeah. Unless this show is super critically received and well liked.
We should talk about. We should talk a little bit about net neutrality later because that has something to do with that. But let's continue with this thought line.
I'm probably not going to go into net neutrality with you, but we can see. We'll see at the end of the show if you want to.
Well, I'm just saying, like,
what do you want to say?
Well, it has something to do with all these companies coming up with their own streaming services instead of using the ones that already. They're like trying to compete with.
Oh, that's fine. No, okay, yeah.
mean.
You want to talk about that? That's fine.
Yeah, well, like one of the things, like if they repeal net neutrality, these companies will be able to pay Verizon, Comcast, whatever, to prioritize their streaming service over Netflix.
Yeah,
and obviously Warner Brothers and Disney have way more money than Netflix or Hulu or Amazon.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not Amazon, but all these streaming services could possibly.
Hold that thought because I'll go through the rest of these little like points here.
Yeah,
and then we'll talk about that because I agree.
I just think that's why all these companies are coming up with their own.
Yeah.
Like Disney's coming up with their own. Now Warner Brothers is coming up with their own for the DC streaming service.
Yeah, like, it's getting a little ridiculous.
They're getting ready for this to happen.
Oh, I know. So here's the thing. It's 26. The Harley Quinn TV show is 26 episodes, and it's being geared more towards adults.
Whatever.
Okay. The service is expected to go up around like 2018, and throughout they're going to be doing like exclusive shows just for the thing.
Yeah.
Kind of like Star Trek Discovery did with CBS All Access. The only reason why I subscribed to that was to watch Star Trek, and then as soon as I was done, unsubscribed to that.
Yeah.
I was done with that.
Well, that's like I did with Showtime on PlayStation Vue.
Yeah.
As soon as Twin Peaks was over, I was gone.
You're done.
Yeah.
So the other things that are being added to the show to try to entice people, and if you're going to do anything to entice people, Harley Quinn's probably the most, I don't want to say the most, but if you had to say the top 5 most recognizable DC characters right now, Harley Quinn's up there.
Oh, yeah.
She's probably, most people don't even know what the hell she is. They just kind of affiliate like Joker and Harley Quinn. And a big part of why Suicide Squad was successful is because everybody like loves Harley Quinn for some weird reason. And that's kind of what I was getting at a little earlier with the Suicide Squad comment was I like Harley Quinn as the character, but I'm really getting tired of everyone trying to make like Harley Quinn to be this like good guy or this really strong, independent girl whenever she's a victim of abusive relationships. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the people are going around like every single time you go into like a Hot Topic or an FYE, or if there even are any more FYEs around, or Spencer's. Another one that's probably not really around too much.
No, they both still exist, I think.
I think only in our area. Like they're going
really?
Like I don't know any other mall that has an FYE besides ours in Robinson here.
I was in Warren, Ohio for
case in point.
But yeah, it's Warren, Ohio.
You had to think to another state of another place that had one. But either way, Hot Topic, we'll use that as a better example. There's Harley Quinn shit everywhere.
Yeah, okay, but like
people wearing wallets, chains, shirts, and it's
we're talking about Hot Topic here.
Well, I'm talking about anything. There's Harley Quinn shit all over the place.
If you're
like, I'm so over Harley Quinn.
If you're looking for a place where like played out shit is going to be, Hot Topic is the place to go to get it.
Yeah, that's true. But here's the other thing: like Harley Quinn, even in the new Injustice game,
she's a playable character.
She's a good guy in it. She's a good guy.
Okay. Well, like I know that like in the comics and whatever, she's sort of been like a gray area.
Yeah, they're like turning her from like a straight up villain to like an anti-hero. I will applaud what Injustice 2 did, because in Injustice 2, Harley Quinn is like the Joker's dead.
Yeah.
Died in the first one. and Harley Quinn's getting over him, and she's having like nightmares of him coming back.
Yeah.
And she's like, "No, I'm done with you. You're a shitty person. I hate you." And that's how it should be. But they just people idolize Harley Quinn, and it's like, oh my god, that is not that's like people who walk around like idolizing the Joker. You shouldn't idolize these people. They're not good people.
Yeah. Obviously, yeah.
Yeah. So Harley Quinn show, I think, is a smart idea to get people in there. There's hints going around that they're trying to get Margot Robbie, who played Harley Quinn,
to do the voice,
which would be fine. I would honestly prefer if they got the girl that they did for the new Harley Quinn and Batman movie they just did. She was pretty good. I thought that would actually be way better, and it'd probably be way cheaper.
Who did the voice in the animated series?
I don't know. It's not. I don't think it's Tara. It's not Tara Strong, who did Bubbles from the Powerpuff Girls.
I don't know.
Let me find out. The voice actor for Harley Quinn was Arlene Sorkin. She was the one who did the one that all over the place. The one who was in like the original Arkham Knight game, Arkham Asylum game. I believe she was the voice in either Injustice 1 or 2, but then I think they switched. It sounds the same in like she still gets cast every once in a while.
Yeah.
But they cast somebody else as for the new animated DC movie. It's called Harley and Batman, which was supposed to be pretty good. I'm gonna check it out because I just bought the big 30 movie edition all on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
It comes tomorrow, and I can't wait for that. I'm so excited for that. So here's the other things that are coming with this DC service here is a live-action Teen Titans show. And I was like, cool. Okay, live-action Teen Titans show might not be bad. And then I was like, oh, no. It's being created by the same people who do all the other CW shows that I'm just not about. Like Arrow, Flash, Heroes of Tomorrow. Your face is so fucking awful looking. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I honestly, Teen Titans has an entire television network to itself, so I mean, really doesn't need a fucking live action series.
What do you mean it has a network?
Cartoon Network is just Teen Titans Go Network. Until Adult Swim comes on.
Do you remember the animated one? The one before Teen Titans Go? It has all the same voice actors from Teen Titans Go?
No.
Oh,
I hate those character designs, so no, I would never watch that.
Wait, the Teen Titan Go character designs are terrible. Did you not see the original one?
I don't know. Were they like full size real people?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Oh, dude, that's a good show.
Really?
It lasted 5 seasons, and then they canceled it on a big cliffhanger. I was kind of hoping when they said Teen Titans show that they would continue that, but
they didn't.
But they have all the voice actors for Teen Titans Go, and Teen Titans Go is a huge success, even though I think it's unbearable. There's actually an episode.
Most people think it's unbearable.
Yeah, well, that's because there's actually. I'm not even exaggerating. I'll show you the video after the show, but there is an episode of Teen Titans Go where they watch an old episode of the original animated show.
Yeah.
And they're like, this is so much better. Look at this. This has story. Look at the animation. It looks so real. And like they're literally.
It's probably the same animation team, and they're pissed.
It is.
Yeah.
I think it is. Because they're told they had to get rid of it. And they're like, man, they watched the whole show, and at the end they're like, that's it? It left on a cliffhanger, and it's the most like meta thing I've ever seen. But it's so good because they honestly say every complaint that people have with Teen Titans Go after watching the original show. And I have the original show. It's great. It really is. And then they are bringing back Young Justice, which was just another Teen Titans animated show that I wasn't a big fan of. But it got canceled, and it had this really decent following.
Yeah.
So it was originally going to go to Netflix until DC said, we're going to do our own streaming. And so they're kind of luring people with, hey, you want to watch Young Justice again? Wink. Get this new streaming service. And I'm sorry, if they said that they were going to continue the original animated Teen Titans,
I'd think about it?
I'd think about it. I really would. That's how good that show was.
I don't know about that.
It was a really good show, and they never relied.
You know what they'd have to pull out for me to...
Well, they'd have to cancel Teen Titans Go because the whole voice acting cast from that show is in Teen Titans Go. Yeah. Everybody.
Yeah.
And the one thing I liked about Teen Titans, the show, was that it never relied too heavily on saying, like, hey, I'm Robin. I could always go get Batman. I think they reference Gotham, and that's like it. I don't think they ever actually say Batman in that show. They don't mention any of their superior guys. Like,
because then they'd have to bring them in.
Yeah, but they don't.
Yeah,
and I always thought that was good because it was just about those characters, and it was they have Deathstroke in there who's not really Deathstroke. They just call him Slade, and it's a good show.